Hi guys, Jen here, and we're gonna do a quick reading for Virgo. So let's just dive right in. Timing is fluid. I'm not gonna put a specific time for this. This is just gonna be, I guess, for whoever it's meant for and whenever you watch this video, right? If it comes to you and you click on this video and it resonates, then it was for you, okay? And if it doesn't resonate, just leave it for someone else, okay? So let's go ahead and tap into the current energy. Let's see what we have for you, Virgo. Okay, Spirit guides of the highest and greatest good for my listeners, please give me the current energy for Virgo. Current energy for Virgo. We have let it go, okay? You're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you. And you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. Let me get one more. One more for the current energy for Virgo. One more. Gratitude. There's always something to be grateful for, even in the darkest of situations. Now is the time to recognize what is going well in your life and what you're thankful for. Beautiful messages so far, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead, and I have a new deck, which is the Light Seers deck. And we're going to get your core energy, crowning energy, what's standing in your way, where it's coming from, where it's going, and, you know, any additional clarifiers that we may need, okay? So let me go ahead and shuffle. And we're going to get your core energy here and see. And then we'll just tie everything together. Let me get Virgo's core energy, Spirit Virgo's core energy. Oh, this one wants to come out. Ace of Cups. Okay. So, off the back with this Ace of Cups. Yeah, I see a lot of you guys are really opening up your hearts here. Or it can be that you're feeling very heavy in your heart, if that's a term that resonates with you. Heavy-hearted, open-hearted. Just an immense feeling of gratitude. Yeah, it's a lot of emotions here. It's definitely it's like a newness, you know, a newness with the heart chakra here opening up. I think for a lot of you, you have been holding on to some pain, and I think that you're realizing what a burden that is and how much lighter it is once you open up your heart. Because when you open up your heart, you give it room to flush out anything that doesn't belong there, anything that isn't for your highest and greatest good, anything that doesn't make you feel that euphoric feeling. You ever had this wave of feeling where you just feel like just so grateful and so just out of nowhere, you're just happy for no reason? That's what letting it go and gratitude does for you. It opens up your heart to spill out any malignant energy that does not belong there, you know. And this is something that you can either do on your own. This is something that can come from an external force, you know, maybe an act of love from someone else, or, you know, something happens in your life that just really kind of breaks down that door to your heart and literally like busts it open. Like, because here it's like, to me it looks like a bowl, but it also looks like a shell, okay? And whereas I'm imagining where there might have been the top of a shell here, it's now open. It's like it's like a bowl that maybe had a top to it, or a top part to it, like half of it, and now it's like open, and it's allowing all this flood of love and this flood of light to just flow out. And maybe even for some of you, you're honing in on that. You're really focusing on that, because you see how she has her two hands there. It's almost like when you're doing energy work and you rub your hands and you're kind of like, I don't know if some of you are familiar with Reiki, when you just kind of focus in on that energy, and you're honing in on it. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the crowning energy and what's kind of supporting you during this time. So far, that's beautiful energy. I kind of feel like whatever resentments you were holding on to in 2024, that's kind of filtering away now for some of you, you know, if it resonates. Let's see what's crowning you, what's supporting you during this time, what is really giving you that boost, and what is really focusing in on like an assistance. I don't know, for some reason I'm getting the word ladder. If that resonates with anyone, ladder, I don't know, a ladder. Maybe some of you are working your way up a ladder, but I'm getting the word ladder. I don't know what that may mean. Let's see what's crowning you. Oh. Okay. Page of Cups. Okay. I got the word ladder, and then I got Jacob's ladder, and then when I think about it, I'm not particularly religious, and I really don't know the Bible by heart. I'm not one to say, yeah, I know. I've been indoctrinated into the Bible, but something about Jacob's ladder, if some of you read the Bible, that may resonate. But what's crowning you right now is the Page of Cups, okay? And the Page of Cups, again, it goes hand in hand with this core energy, and it's so crazy because it's supporting that, and it's just more water. Some of you, this may be a specific, if you have water in your chart, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, it could be a person that has this sign maybe in their chart. They might even be the person supporting you, because this is what's crowning you, okay? This is what's so the Ace of Cups is that core energy, but what's crowning you is kind of like you have the phone and then you have the battery that turns it on. So the Ace of Cups is the actual device, but the Page of Cups is that battery that gives it that charge. So this could be you or another person, or it could just be the energy of the card that with this focus of the heart, it's kind of like because the Page of Cups can also represent children as well, or like that playfulness. Pages are outgoing, they're friendly, they understand emotions. This is kind of like, to me, the empath of the group of pages. So maybe for some of you, you're really tapping into that empathic side, or again, it could just be someone else that is working with you or allowing you to really open your heart here, because this person is also kind of daydreamy. Again, it's with water, and water is like fantasy and just like outgoing, just very dream-like. Like, what if, what if? It's almost seeing the glass half full instead of half empty. And very kind of like floating on air. You see how he's dreaming and he's literally like lifting out of his body. It's a very euphoric feeling. Now, again, this could be, directly coming from you. I'm sorry. Or it could be someone that's making you feel this euphoric feeling. I also see here this pig here with wings, and that kind of gives me a feeling of anything's possible. You've ever heard the term, and this just came to me, anything's possible, and someone is like, yeah, I'll do it, when pigs can fly, right? So I kind of get the feeling like maybe for some of you, whereas you thought a situation was completely impossible, it's now possible. It's like the impossible is happening. Like, yeah, pigs, you said, oh, I'll do it when, hell freezes over when pigs can fly, and the pig is actually flying. Okay. So let's see what's actually in the way, what could potentially be working against you. And I really don't, it's not really what's working against you, but it could, we all have our vices, we all have our things that we have to work on, our barriers, and our we all have just things that we have to work on. So I don't really want to say it's in the way. It's more so, just a barrier that you might need to overcome. So let's see what that may be for Virgo. Let's see what is can potentially be kind of anchoring you down or holding you back. Give me something for Virgo. Okay. So we have here temperance. Okay, temperance. And with me, temperance is about balance. Okay, it's about, and I always, for some reason, I have a specific word for temperance and I always forget what it is. It's about, gosh, what is the word? It's like balance, but it's also about, like temperament, like, gosh, what is that? I always forget the word. And it's the word that I have whenever I see temperance. It's like not too much, but not too little. It's like a sweet spot. And this is what's kind of working against you. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, because I want to look up. Because it's gonna bother me. Let's see. Moderation. Sorry. Moderation and balance and patience. So this is what's working against you. Okay. This is what's kind of being a barrier for you. Okay. Maybe not having enough patience, or maybe, not maintaining a sense of calm. Okay. Or moderation. For some of you, you might want to see a specific result on something, or you could be saying, okay, I'll take a risk on this, but put a deadline on it, that sort of thing, where you're not really letting things play out the way they need to play out. It's kind of like you're in a rush. And you can't be in a rush when you're working with divine timing, because the universe works on their clock, not ours. Okay, the universe does not work with like our time. Really, our clock is just like, that's just for us on a human spectrum, on a 3D spectrum. But divine timing has no clock. It just works when it's supposed to work. Things happen when they're supposed to happen in their own divine timing. So with temperance working against you, I think that sort of means just kind of pull back a bit and not be in so much of a rush to see results, or maybe do things in moderation. And kind of bring a balance and a little bit of patience into your life. Give me 1 second. I think for some of you, you really need to get like in a Zen mode. For some of you, you could be like your mind could be all over the place. Okay, I think for some of you, you may need to quiet your mind. Like I said, whatever this situation is, you want results really fast, or you're not being patient with it, and it's causing you to kind of become unstable or spiral. And what that can also mean is you want to try to avoid any circumstances or extremes that you would rather not be in. And that can happen when you're moving too fast. Okay, when you're not really thinking before doing, that sort of speak. Okay, so where is this coming from? So where is this need to let things go and have gratitude, and like this new sense of, you know, openness and this daydreaminess new feeling coming from, where it's like it's literally hitting you all at once, and maybe you're questioning it and you're like, what, you know, what is this? Where is this coming from? Give me something for Virgo. Where is this coming from? Spirit, where is this coming from? Give me the past energy. Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? Okay, so we have here High Priestess. Wow. Okay, for some of you, I kind of get the feeling, so the High Priestess obviously is someone who's very in tune with themselves. They have like a direct connection to source. They're very in tune. I think for some of you, you were like this before, or I'm even getting for some of you might be even on a spiritual journey. And I know that's so cliche because it seems like everyone's on a spiritual journey nowadays. But I think this is coming from something might have happened, like a wake-up call or some sort of near-death experience, just something that kind of opened you up to this, or maybe a situation where it was unlike anything else before. I'm literally getting like third eye opening. This gives me the feeling of someone who's just like, they do things very routinely, day to day, every day is the same, nothing's really different, and then something happens, okay, something really like opens them up to I'm even getting for some of you a psychic ability that you never even knew you had, and that's very specific. But or it could just be that you were on a spiritual journey, and you weren't really, you know, maybe now you want to really take it to the next level. Maybe now you really want to open your heart to it. Maybe now you want to practice it. And maybe with the Temperance, you just have to, you can't rush it. But with the High Priestess as where this is coming from, again, I think for some of you, this could have been a very traumatic event that really kind of honed in on your third eye. I'm getting very spiritual here too. But in order to do that, now this is very specific. If some of you are tapping into some psychic abilities that you either are practicing or working on, or you knew you always had, in order to really develop those, you have to work on yourself as well. Okay, you have to not that there are steps per se, because there isn't one way of doing it, but you can't skip any parts. If you want to help people, you first have to help yourself too. And if you want to break down any barriers or anything like that, or if you do want to start working in the spiritual realm, you really have to start focusing on working from a place of love. And that can be in any aspect of your life where how can I put this? And I hate sounding so cliche, but in order to really understand anything, it has to come from a very empathic and kind approach. You really have to have your heart open for it in order to receive it and in order to give it as well. Okay, so this might be coming from something in the past where either you had a traumatic event happen, you were working on you know, spiritual, and maybe you're really gonna take it up a notch. This can literally mean that you got a reading from a High Priestess, and they already told you this as well. So this is what where it's going. And that one just popped out, and it's the Sun. Okay, so whatever work that it is that you're doing, or whatever new path you're aligning with, this new openness of the heart, whether it's you taking your spirituality or any psychic abilities to the next level, you're on the right path right now. Okay, that's where this is going. I don't really want to say like the future or anything, because you are in charge of your future. You can change it however way you want to, literally by day. Literally tomorrow you can shift gears and it's going to go in a completely different way than what it was looking like today. But for now, it's looking like you're going towards the path of the sun. Okay, and the sun is the happiest card in the deck. I love this deck. I've practiced with different sorts of decks. I love them all equally, but this deck really spoke to me specifically. And I love the imagery because it's the happiest card in the deck, and it's the brightest card. I mean, it's literally bright, and she's like in her element. She's in her zone. It's like total bliss. Okay, and she literally has the support from the sun charging her up. I don't know if some of you charge crystals in the sun or charge your crystals in the moon, but she's literally getting that boost and that charge from the sun. The sun is also Leo energy as well. So for some of you, you might have Leo in your chart, or it can literally be a Leo in your environment that gives you this burst. But it's amazing to see that that's where that's going. The only advice I would give you is, you know, in the beginning of the reading about letting things go and having gratitude. And I think if you do those things, you know, that's kind of the path that it's going towards right now. I think for some of you, you've already done these two things already, with the core energy being that Ace of Cups, and with your heart being so open, and then with the Page of Cups being that supporting energy, that daydreaming energy, that what if energy, you know. So whatever, I'm surprised I didn't see the Fool with taking a leap of faith, but I think for some of you, you might have already done that with the High Priestess, or you might have just done that, you know, a long time ago. You've taken the leap of faith, but now you're really putting it into practice. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. If any of these messages resonate in any way, shape, or form, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.